Hello Skywinders, how are you? Today we get to look at this watch right here. This is the Vostok Amfibia. Ooh. And let's see if they sent me the right time. Wow. That is one solid watch. Let's take this out. So the time right now is 3:03. So that's 3:03. That is beautiful. I love the clicky sound. Let me turn off the fan. So let's wind it. Incredibly smooth. Let's check the lume. Okay, so here we are. This is my closet. It's pretty cool. So one of my biggest concern with this watch when I was ordering it online is that this crown, it kind of looks like it's oversized, and I was thinking it was going to be poking me. And I was worried about that, but now that I got it, I can't even feel it. Even if I push it forward, yeah, no big deal. So I'm happy about that. And this aligns perfectly right there with a 12. Can't see it, but this is the nicest bezel I've ever touched. It's nice and sturdy. You're definitely not going to be doing this by accident. Yeah, no accident's going to move this. It's signed here, Amfibia. Fits me perfectly, the strap. I believe I'm a 6.5 inch wrist. I'm not sure. I was putting it near my ear, see if I could hear the rotor spinning, and you cannot. So it's nice and quiet, so it's pretty cool. As far as changing the date, let's see if I can change the date. No, to change the date, you have to manually go through you have to go through the entire cycle. See, this is you can see the night and day indicator right there. For example, when you start seeing the red stuff, that means that the night is coming. It's getting dark. So when it's completely red, it means that it's nighttime. So nighttime is at 7. So we're at 7. We're at night. And it's right here, it's officially daytime at 7 a.m. So according to this watch, the sun comes out at 7, which is not true. And the sun sets at, let's see, 7, which is also not true. At least not in Texas. In Texas, the sun will set at around 8. Sometimes 8:15, but I know for sure 8. So this clock is off. The night and date indicator they're off by 1 hour because the sun will set at 8 and it'll come out at 6. But this watch says that the sun comes out at 7 and it'll set at 7 to 7, which is not true. Or maybe in another country, but here in the US, it's 6 to 8, so we have longer days than we have nights. Let's test the waterproofing. Pretty nice. Okay, folks, so I am still testing this watch right here. It's absolutely beautiful. It looks better outside than it does inside. That mosaic thing that it has on the back, the display, I don't know what it's called. The wallpaper is just absolutely beautiful. One of the coolest thing about this watch is definitely the fact that it's so comfortable. I'm very surprised at that. I wasn't expecting that. And I'm very pleasantly surprised by the fact that it's comfortable, super comfortable. I love it. I was worried about that big crown. I thought it was going to be pinching my skin like that. And I cannot even feel it. So I'm glad that I think they put a lot of thought into making this watch. And I'm happy about it. Everything's perfect. They also made a big effort into preventing accidental movement of the bezel. So that's they put very little of those lines right there. It's not easy you can't accidentally move that bezel. So it's excellent on that sense. The strap is beautiful. It's very comfortable, and it wears very fairly light. That wallpaper that I was talking about, the display, or that mosaic, it's kind of 3D. If you look at it, if you move it around, you can see the mosaic changing. But that's something you kind of have to do that in person. And it has that nighttime indicator, but like I said, it's not very accurate, because right now it's almost completely red. You can see there's a little bit of white left, but look out here. I mean, it's 7. Right now it's 7, and according to this watch, it should be night already. But in this part of the world where I am, 7 it's just like this. That's the sun right there. So it's definitely not nighttime. Now I have to, accept that this watch was designed in another country, and probably in that part of the world, 7 it's already night. So they made this according to their solar pattern, and not necessarily my solar pattern. So I can forgive them for that. I definitely do forgive them for that. When I bought this watch, I was considering buying a different one. I was gonna get the Vostok Amfibia Scuba. And the reason why I liked that one was because it was similar to a watch called Nixon. It has 2 crowns. One does the regular normal time adjustment and winding, and the other crown has it controls an inner bezel. So that watch actually had an inner bezel. And the reason why I got away from that one is because I believe that to use the crown, you have to take the watch off for the most part. And on that watch, on the Scuba Amphibia, you have to unscrew the crowns. They're both screw down crowns. So you definitely have to take the watch off, and that's kind of not my thing, to be taking the watch off. I want to be able to work with it when it's on my wrist. I don't want to be taking it off. So that's why I went for this one, because this watch has an outer bezel that you don't need to take the watch off to be able to change the bezel position. So, whoa, there are holes in here. Gotta be careful. So that's why I picked this one. Now, it would have been even better if they would have designed like a combination of the two watches. They would have made this watch right here exactly the same, but with an inner bezel. So they could have added that second crown, like the other one, like the Scuba Amfibia. So that's why they do this. Now there is a watch that does have an outer bezel and an inner bezel, and that is the Tag Heuer Grand Carrera Caliber 36, which I have already reviewed on this channel. But the bezels, neither of them measure time. They're both the outer one is a tachometer, something like that. And the inner one, I don't even know what it is. But it's not a standard thing. They just made up their own system. So you absolutely have to look it up how to use that. I'm eager to try this on the ocean. Maybe I'll be going to the sea one of these days and I'll make another video. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be making that a part 2. I'm going to leave it at part 2. I'm not going to make part 3 or part 4, I think. Okay guys, we have reached the end of part 1 of this video on the Vostok Amfibia Turbina. I haven't talked about the box, and I know that sounds trivial, but the box is beautiful. Look at that. This is definitely a custom box, and it is beautiful, and it can be used for storage. This is I think this is wood. I don't know, but it's not something you're gonna throw away. This is cardboard right here, but this is some kind of wood. If you press it, it's not. It looks like paper or cardboard, but it's not. If you press it, it does not bend. So, like I said, this is beautiful. Velvet right here. Velvet. So stay tuned for part 2. Like I said in the video, I do have 3 different straps on the way. They're coming from AliExpress, and they'll be here in maybe 1 or 2 weeks. This just came in real fast. I was expecting them to come around the same time, but this got here fast. And so that's why I already started this review. So this is part 1. On part 2, I'm going to be showing you those new straps. I believe one of them is black and the other ones are red. And I think they'll fit great. This is a 22mm strap, and it's on the way. And I think it's going to look absolutely great, stunning. Not that there's anything wrong with this strap. I think this one worked perfectly. I wasn't expecting it to work great, but it did. And it's just going to be even better with that new strap, those 3 new straps. And we're going to make a decision, see which one is going to stay. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. Subscribe, thumbs up, and see you next time.